Hello to all my fellow Christmas lovers and enthusiasts. You are listening to Closer to Christmas. My name is Charlie, and we are wrapping up 2022's Christmas in July. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I've been doing this month to celebrate Christmas in July. So grab your favorite blend of coffee, your favorite hot beverage of choice, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So on this episode of the podcast, I'm not going to talk about any Christmas games I've been playing, although I have been playing some for a review a little bit later down the road. But with Christmas in July coming to an end, I'm starting to get that little bit of a sad feeling like I get towards the end of December, that Christmas is going to be over. But, you know, in the summertime, it's not as prevalent. It's Christmas in July, so it's a little bit here and there. But the one thing I have to look forward to, which everyone else should as well, is Christmas stuff is starting to pop up in the stores. I was in my local Hobby Lobby the other day, and some of the Christmas ornaments have been making their way to the shelves. So it's only a matter of time. I stopped in another local store today, and Halloween decorations were out, so the fall vibe is coming. Christmas vibe will be shortly after that, so it's only a matter of time before we're completely consumed in Christmas. But for Christmas in July, I've basically had the Hallmark Channel on in the background. Haven't really sat and watched any movies in full, one or two of them to be exact, but I've had that going on in the background basically all day, and I've been toggling between that and QVC. I pretty much will watch QVC all year round, but when it has Christmas and July stuff, it really just gets me a little more interested, so I'll keep that on. And there were a couple of times while I was at work during the week, definitely don't tell my boss this, but I've had the QVC app on my phone, and I've been watching some of the Christmas and July stuff on there. So that'll lead me to one of my first tips that I was going to tell you. If you live in an area, I'm not sure where QVC broadcasts to. I'm assuming it's pretty wide, but if you don't have it, or if you don't have access to it, or if you don't have cable or something like that, the QVC app, again, not sponsored by QVC, but just letting you know, you could put the app on your phone and you can stream their live shows, and you could actually watch past broadcasts on there as well. So you could get your Christmas in July QVC fix anywhere you want on the go, even while you're at work. Just don't get caught. Another little tip I have, which is something good that I like to do all year round. I listen to Christmas music all year round. It doesn't really faze me, but I don't listen to like the classic radio hits all year round, just because that would make it kind of get old really quick. I'll save those for closer to Christmas when they're actually on the radio. But for streaming and all that kind of stuff, I'll actually throw on Spotify and just go to like a lo-fi Christmas channel or something background music-y, kind of like I'll do like Christmas jazz or something like that. So it's not so in-your-face Christmas, but it's still the Christmas music that you know and love, but just different versions of it. A lo-fi Christmas station is a good way to go, because it'll mix in some different like sounds, like, but the one song, like, it'll always pop up and I enjoy it. It's like a nice low beat, a Christmas sound, but then you'll hear like snow crunching in the background. Just some of the ambiance that you get out of a lo-fi Christmas channel is something that I would definitely recommend. So if you're looking to get Christmas music but not be all in your face with your jingle bells and all the classic hits, why don't you go and throw on a lo-fi Christmas channel or some background Christmas music and give that a listen. It's definitely a good way to pass the time. Another thing that I enjoy doing is at Christmas time, towards the end of the season, I'll start stowing away a couple of Christmas treats. Nothing huge, just maybe like a bag of cookies or a couple of chocolates or something that's actual Christmas-related candy. That way when Christmas in July comes around, I'll spend one night watching some movies and popping some actual Christmas treats. I'm not saying it's the best thing to do. I'm sure some of the stuff's out of date and out of code, but it's not going to go bad. So I'll usually buy like those shortbread cookies, the Christmas ones, and I'll crack into that bag in the middle of the summer, as well as like some Hershey Kiss bells or something similar to that. I'll always just stash a few things away. That way it'll make my Christmas in July festivities a little bit Christmassier. Is that a word? Christmassier? It is now. Another fun thing that you could do in the summertime, just to give you that Christmas feel, every once in a while just go on to Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, anything that you like to use for social media, and just search up the word Christmas, and then you'll have tons of Christmas videos that you can watch. TikTok's a pretty good one because, there's a lot of fun stuff on there. They're short, they're quick, and, you really get your Christmas fix in, and you could be out the door onto the next one in a matter of no time. But that's something fun to do as well. Just search up Christmas, and you will have an endless supply of things that you have probably never seen before. One thing that I've been doing this year in 2022, I challenged myself as an artist to draw a Christmas-related picture every day in the year 2022. So since January 1st up until right now, as a matter of fact, I've been drawing a daily Christmas picture and I've been posting it up on my Instagram. That's on my Instagram art account. That can be found at AGUEDESIGNS, Ague Designs. So if you were to go over there, I post a Christmas picture up there every day, and I do enjoy hearing back from people. As a matter of fact, last week I heard back from somebody that was visiting the Christmas Story House in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm going to do a story or a podcast on that a little bit later, but I do have some artwork hanging up there. A few years ago, they asked anybody that had Christmas Story related artwork to send it in because they were going to be doing a gallery and putting it up in the museum over there. So I sent in 4 pieces that I did, and they are on display at the Christmas Story House Museum, which is located right across the street from the Christmas Story House in Cleveland, Ohio. And somebody did message me that was visiting there the other day, and they said I love the artwork, and they sent me a picture of them standing in front of it. So that made my day. I really appreciated it. So if anyone is over at the Christmas Story House in Cleveland and you see the artwork hanging up over there, you'll know that it's mine because it's a picture of 4 different style leg lamps, but I did them in a Halloween style. So you'll see them over there. And if you do see them, make sure you send me a picture and tag me in them. I'd love to see them over there. But if you want to see a daily piece of art that I create every day that is on the Instagram account that I said before, just rewind it if you wanted to get that name again. But the good thing about that is every Wednesday, I stream me doing my piece of art live over on Twitch. So all the links could be found if you follow my art Instagram account. Everything's found over there. My Twitch link, YouTube link, all the videos get posted up there later. I'm trying not to, mingle both of my accounts into one here, but it's Christmas related, so that's why I figured I'd talk about it on the show. But if you want to get some daily Christmas artwork, you could follow me over there. And I plan on doing that every day for the remainder of 2022. So at the end of the year, I will have a full 365 pieces of Christmas artwork that were drawn every day in 2022. And like I said, every Wednesday, I've been drawing my picture live on Twitch. And then what I've been doing every Friday for the last 9 weeks is drawing a version of my favorite Christmas podcasts logos. So if you follow me, every Friday you'll see a new piece of artwork that I draw for a Christmas podcast. And Wednesday it's live, and every other day just Christmas. And it's all different topics. I do basically anything I could think of. I mean, to be honest with you, this far into the year, it's getting harder and harder to think of stuff. So I'll just hide Christmas stuff in pictures. But yeah, go check it out if you want. I really appreciate it. And maybe I'll see you over on my Twitch live when I draw. This episode's going to be wrapping up pretty shortly, but before I go, I wanted to give you a little bit of an update about something that I covered on a previous podcast. Update. So if you've listened to the show from the beginning, only being 3 episodes in, that's not too hard to do, but on the first episode, I covered a card game called Something Wild, Peppermint Lane, and in that episode, I talked about how you can purchase other versions of Something Wild and combine multiple decks so you can play with different characters and everything. Well, I did pick up another deck while I was at the store today. I saw a Something Wild Mickey and Friends edition, so I didn't get a chance to play it or mix it together, so I'll give a future update on that a little bit later when I mix the two. But what I was really looking for was another holiday-themed one, so I could kind of mix some holidays. So I'll have to keep my eyes open and see if there's another one. There is the Nightmare Before Christmas one, so I'm going to purchase that at some point, and then I'll give a update when I combine some of the games. But I just wanted to let you know that I did purchase another one, so that is something I'm going to try a little bit in the future. And that's going to do it for this episode of Closer to Christmas for July 2022. I really hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas in July festivities. If you want to email me, you can email me at closertochristmaspod@gmail.com. I would love to hear how you guys are celebrating Christmas in July. I'd love to hear any feedback that you have on the show. And if you guys are out anywhere and you see some Christmas merchandise, take a picture and why don't you send it over to me there. I'd love to take a look at everybody's Christmas pictures. If you would like to follow me on my social media, I am on Instagram and Twitter. I am located at closer2xmas, CLOSERTOXMAS. If you want to give me a follow over there, I'd really appreciate it. Every time I talk about something that I do on the show, I post pictures to go along with it. So you could check them out over there. I would appreciate it. And if you have a minute, if you wouldn't mind taking the time to leave a rating and a review wherever you listen to this podcast, I would really appreciate it. Reviews really help get the podcast out there and spread the word. So if you don't mind, take the time to do that. I would appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this podcast. I really appreciate it. And the next time you hear my voice, we will all be a little bit closer to Christmas. Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening to this episode of Closer to Christmas. All music used in this episode was written and composed by Kevin Ague. Links to his music can be found on the show notes for this episode.